Good evening and welcome to the Highlands PTA meeting on October 1st, 2020. This is your principal report for the month. So the book fair just wrapped up on, I believe it was this last Sunday. I just wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who participated in that and purchased books, and a special thank you to Jennifer Slater for continuing the book fair. She's done so much work over the past years in making sure that the book fair was a sought out event here at Highlands, and then continue that virtually. So thank you, Jennifer, for that. A lot of people don't necessarily understand how the book fair benefits our school. Every dollar spent on the book fair then creates into scholastic dollars, which then teachers can use for a variety of things. We use scholastic dollars to purchase the Scholastic News magazines, different teacher wish lists. They can get books into the classroom, they can get supplies. So every dollar that you spend there comes back to Highlands and supports the educational programs that we have here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Attendance. So as I do every month, I wanted to update you all on attendance. Attendance in distance learning matters just as it does in brick and mortar school. And so here are the absence totals. So over here, this is just this month for the month of September as of September 30th. So these numbers were pulled on the 30th in the morning, so there might have been absences throughout that day that did not get put into these totals. So TK, we've had 2 unexcused absences. So you can see the unexcused, these are they didn't show up to any type of distance learning, the Zoom calls, the live interaction, or participate in any of the asynchronous work. So we have synchronous learning and asynchronous, which both impact attendance. And then over here, these would be the call outs, the excused absences, where they've called or sent an email to our office to let us know the reason why they were not going to be participating in the instruction for that day. And then over here on this side of the screen, I'll put up the totals for the month. So August, we had 144 unexcused absences, total of 147. September, we had 90 unexcused absences and 52 excused. So we'll continue to track that throughout the year. My goal is to really decrease the number of absences. We currently, when students are absent, teachers are following up with families and checking in why, what is there a lack of internet, a need of Chromebook, whatever it may be. Are there other needs that aren't being met? And then if they're not getting through, we're escalating that up to our counselor, Jonathan Brescia, who is then reaching out to families. And then if he's not having luck getting kids back into class, there's a call that comes from my office as well. We really, really want students to be engaged in the learning. We 100% understand that distance learning is not ideal for every student. We understand that there will be some type of learning loss associated with distance learning. We're trying to mitigate that and make that as small as possible by providing the live instruction, live interaction now. So really encourage everybody to be engaged in the live interaction, and then also engaged in the asynchronous learning, the work that the teacher is asking students to complete. If you might have noticed that we sent out a distance learning survey on Friday in my last Friday newsletter. It was really just kind of a way for us to get feedback on distance learning. How is it going for you and your family? It also allows you to provide any kind of input, positive or corrective remarks that we might need to work on. Currently, we have about 88 surveys completed. It's been fantastic reading through that. It looks like distance learning, while it's not ideal, there's a major feeling that, hey, this is much better than what happened in the spring, and we really appreciate it. And I'm going through all the feedback. I will be presenting this to the community, to the public, either in a Friday newsletter video or possibly a public parent forum or a PTA meeting. But I want to give it a little bit more time to collect the data, to collect the feedback, and then I'm going to present to my staff, and then it will go out to the community as well. Assessments. Assessments is this is the time of year where we're completing a lot of different assessments. You may have noticed that your child had taken if they're in grades 1 through 5, they've taken the iReady diagnostic for math and ELA, and that is one of the measures of COVID learning loss. And in doing so, we really, 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 really need you to let your child do the assessments on their own. I think one of the things that we're seeing in certain classrooms is that some classrooms, kids are testing 3, 4 grade levels above where they normally would be, but we're also seeing that is because of parent support. We're reviewing past progress versus current reality, what's going on. And those aren't matching. I happened to be in a call the other day where the teacher was, they were doing some type of spelling test, and not everybody was muted, and I could hear parents whispering answers to students. That's not what we want. We want true academic measures so we can really understand where do we need to support more? Where do we need to support your child more in that process? And by helping your student during that, that's not really doing anything for us. It's not providing us a valid measure. Therefore, it's not going to be something that we can really truly use. Site Council, we had our first Site Council meeting this past Monday. And the first meeting of every year is done for training purposes. So we do the annual school site council training. We go over bylaws. We also go over the uniform complaint procedure. You can find the agenda. It was posted in last Friday's newsletter. It is also under our website, under School Site Council. The council is comprised of 10 individuals, myself, 3 teachers, and another staff member, and then 5 parents. So we have equal school representation versus community representation. This year, all our parents are on their second year term. It's a 2-year term when you're on site council. So moving forward into next year, we will need more parents to volunteer to be put onto the ballot. It is an elected position this year. We have 3 new people that haven't served on the council before from our teaching staff, which Mrs. Roque, Mrs. Torres, and Mr. Slater. I'm really excited to have them. They bring a different voice to the council. Our main goals throughout the year is the development and implementation, the monitoring of the single plan for student achievement. That is something that we are looking at right now. I have a current survey on that, which has been sent out to Site Council. It's sent out to staff, and then it's also sent to the PTA board. So PTA board members, if you didn't get that, I use the email addresses on the Highlands page. So if you didn't get it, please send me an email and I'll send you the form back to whatever email that you would like me to use. And then we also, the development of the single plan takes place over this next month. We then present it at the next site council meeting, which will be in November. And then it goes to the Board of Education in December, and the board, the Mount Diablo board, is the one that either approves it or sends it back or asks questions about it. And then our safety plan is then developed with the guidance of Site Council. It comes to Site Council for approval, and we share that with the community as well. But Site Council is a public forum. Everybody is welcome to attend. If anybody would like to attend, you just send me an email and I can share the Zoom link with you. At this point in time, I haven't shared publicly Zoom links just because of regulations within Zoom and trying to make sure that those stay as safe as possible. But I will definitely send that to you if you'd like to participate in any Site Council meetings. So I know that many people are asking, when are schools opening? You know, I know I've seen that in the survey that has been sent out. I receive emails frequently from families asking when it's opening. And on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, we went from purple to red. So Contra Costa County is now in the red. And so if Contra Costa County can stay in red for 14 consecutive days, that allows schools to follow the state, the CDE, and the Contra Costa guidelines in school reopening. And there are a lot of guidelines put on that. So you can go to the Contra Costa website, health website, and look at reopening. There are a lot of things that need to happen in order to do so. And by no means am I saying that we're opening schools, but I do want you to know that the superintendent, Dr. Clark, is monitoring that and is consistently presenting to the board about reopening and what that might look like. As of on Monday, this past Monday night, there was a board presentation, a superintendent's report, where he did discuss that, did discuss school reopening. It will, I'm sure, at the next board meeting, it will as well. And I believe it's 1 week from this coming Monday, there will be another board meeting where they will be discussing school reopening. So those board meetings are they are able to be watched live. If you go to the district website, mdusd.org, and go to Board of Education, you can check that out. But Contra Costa County isn't now in red, but that does not mean necessarily that we are opening right away. It is something that is being looked at, and there are many different things that need to go through in order to make that happen. Chromebooks and hotspots. I just want to remind parents that if there's a need, if you need a Chromebook or a hotspot, please reach out to me, reach out to our office. We are here to support. We want to make sure that you have the tools needed in order to be able to help your child learn during this distance learning time. I think as of yesterday, we have 310 Chromebooks checked out. So not a significant change over the last month. I know some Chromebooks aren't working properly, so we'll do swap outs with families if needed. But please reach out if you need anything. We are here to support you. We really want to see you engaged in the classroom. Conference weeks. I have been including this in the communication on Friday newsletters, but conference weeks are coming up. They're October 19th through October 30th. You may have remembered that in years past, they've been the 2 previous weeks before winter break. That is no longer the case. They have been moved. What that schedule will look like is still not 100% ironed out. That information will be coming from your teachers, where you can sit down. You'll be sitting down with your teacher in a conference, going over student progress, kind of things that you're seeing at home and things that the teachers are seeing at school, and then working together. And this year, really, conferences are going to be more collaborative than ever before, because you as the parent or the guardian or the adult in the home are partners with us in the education process this year within distance learning. So more information will be coming soon about conference weeks. Safety on campus, while on campus. So first and foremost, please, if you're sick, please stay home. Please do not come on campus. And then we're seeing a lot of people come on campus without wearing masks. We are not allowing anybody on our campus without masks. I know our noon supervisors are walking our campuses to ensure that everybody has a mask on. That is a non-negotiable. We cannot serve you if you're not wearing a mask. So we need you to be wearing masks each and every time. And this goes for anybody on campus, any student, any adult, any child, doesn't matter the age. I know one of the things that Dr. Clark said this past Monday night in his superintendent report is when schools reopen, a mask will be 100% non-negotiable. Every child and every student, every adult, every staff member, anybody that comes on campus will be wearing a mask. So I know that there are different views on that. Some people have different beliefs that students of a certain age shouldn't be wearing masks. I'm telling you right now, as of right now, anytime you come on campus, we do need you to be wearing a mask. And that is to protect you, protect our staff, protect everybody here. Continue creating a learning environment at home. I think that's going to be an important piece of it. I think that we will continue to support families. If you need help trying to create a learning environment, what that will look like, please just let us know. We have some videos on our website about how to create it, but it's really important that our students are set up for success. I know I pop into Zoom calls each and every day into classrooms, and I'm seeing students doing work in the car, in the bed. Those aren't ideal for any student to learn. But so really make sure that we're focusing on students being engaged in classroom and on task. And in order to do that, they really need to have a quality learning environment set up at home for them. And then really thank you. Thank you for everything that you're doing to continue the success of your student and your children at home. I know that this is not easy for anybody, but really thank you, thank you, thank you.